Hey everybody, welcome back to Whiteboard Finance. My name is Marco and I'm here to help you master your money and build your wealth. In today's video, I wanted to talk about how inflation is coming in red hot and how it's affecting different parts of the market. Everything at the time of this recording is getting absolutely decimated, but let's get into the numbers and facts here. So inflation is coming in hot, excuse me. So my wife called me this morning. She said, take me somewhere expensive on Valentine's Day. Egg prices in the United States in January were up 53% from January of last year, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. But that's not the point of this video. Let's actually get into some numbers and charts. So CPI actually rises to 3.3%, which is 50 basis points or 0.5% in 1 month. This is the highest jump since August of 2023. Core CPI was expected to fall to 3.1%, but it actually rose to 3.3%, which you can see right here in this chart. So this is the core CPI year over year from last January. It was sitting at 3.2%. The forecast was 3.1. What came back was 3.3. You can see all the stuff here is actually coming in higher than the forecasted amounts or predictions. So this is the largest month over month in 1 year. So this marks the first 0.5% increase since August of 2023. Not even the early 2024 rebound in inflation saw CPI jump by this much in 1 month. So you can see here, this is for January 2025. This report just came out just about an hour ago. And you can see that we haven't had this big of a jump in over a year. And the last time it was August 2023. So this is a chart of the CPI, or a table, excuse me, of the CPI year over year since 2015. So if you want to analyze this a little bit further, you can always pause the video. But what we have here is CPI year over year now increasing for 4 months in a row. So if you look at the last drop from 2.5% to 2.4%, this was in 2024, August to September. But since September of 2024, we've had 2.6, 2.7, 2.9, 3.0. When is this going to stop? Is this because of tariffs? I don't know, but let's get into month over month increase in core CPI. You can see right here that this is a huge jump. It's doubled. So this was at 0.2% in December, and then you can see 0.4% jumping from what we have right now. And this chart was courtesy of Zero Hedge. And then if we look at the 10-year treasuries, I just made a video about how mortgage rates are going up forever. Obviously, that was just a clickbait title. They're not going to go up forever. But Trump and Bessent, they're trying to actually combat that. But if you see this inflation report, look at what the 10-year treasury is doing. Remember, the Fed funds rate does not dictate mortgage rates. That's what a lot of people are watching this chart for. It's actually the 10-year chart, and that's back above 4.6%. So this is 20 basis points above the lows that we saw just a few days ago, and such a sharp move higher in the bond market, it's emphasizing just how hot this inflation data was. Is it an overreaction? I don't know, but you see this table right here. This is the CME Fed Watch tool. This is talking about the probabilities of them hiking or lowering rates, the Fed funds rate. So if you look at this top row right here, this is the predicted rate. So these are in basis points. So this 275 to 300 would be 2.75 to 3%. This 300 to 325 would be 3 to 3.25%, and so on and so forth. The current Fed funds rate, target rate, is 4.25 to 4.5. And if you look at this chart, they're not predicting another rate increase until December of 2026. Okay, that's this right here. So we have one predicted in rate cut maybe in October 29th, 2025. But the percentages just keep falling from there. So again, they're only predicting one rate cut this year. So with Trump, his whole legacy is the stock market, right? Higher rates, lower performance in stock market, typically higher cost of capital, higher borrowing costs, all that stuff, right? So we'll see what happens. Him and the U.S. Treasury Secretary, they're trying to lower rates, lower the 10-year Treasury, trying to basically pump the market. We can see here that there's only going to be one more rate cut this year. We'll see. I don't know. They predicted 5. Now it's down to 1. And then finally, what I wanted to talk about was used car prices. A lot of my viewers, they come from my car videos. So this is the highest jump since May of 2023, okay? So you can see here that the used car prices, they jumped the most since May of 2023. Typically, they're going down most months, up the past few months, but this is a very big jump. So I was in the market for a car just a few months ago, actually in the summer, so maybe 6-7 months ago. We ended up buying new. I never buy new cars, right? I'm typically your used car guy. We bought new just because used car prices were like $1,000 less than a new thing. So it's, why not just get the new car, right? So with all this being said, let's get into my thoughts. But before that, just wanted to plug Whiteboard Finance University. Check it out. It's an unbelievable membership. It's my private community. Ton of videos, live streams every Wednesday. I have one later today. And then let's get into my thoughts. Okay, so my thoughts. I don't have many thoughts on this because I do think the market is overreacting. What I literally did at opening bell was buy more VTI, and I bought the dips in a couple other of my core holdings in my portfolio, like AVUV, for example. This is just because I feel like we're not going to see a market top until later this year, if not in 2026. Some people that I highly respect, some macro guys that I follow, they think we're in super cycle territory where we're not going to see, another decline. But I don't know. A lot of this has echoes of dot-com bubble for me, especially with a lot of high-flying tech stocks. But if you look at the ammunition that Trump has left with the Fed, I mean, all these charts are showing 1 rate cut, maybe 2 rate cuts the rest of this year, if that. So we all know what happens with lower rates and higher rates. So I would just keep taking a look at that. And then also take a look at the M2 money supply chart. Typically with M2 money supply ticking up, which it is doing right now, that means more liquidity, that means more money, that means higher Bitcoin, higher gold, higher S&P 500. So I say all that to say this is not financial advice, obviously, but what I did this morning was just buy up the dips. You know me, I'm a dollar cost average investor. I try and buy in regular intervals, and then also when we have these 1%, 1.5% declines, I gobble up those dips as well. So check out Whiteboard Finance University if you haven't, and also please share my videos. I would like to think that I make good quality content, and I appreciate you sharing it and subscribing and hitting the bell notifications to be notified when I come out with new videos. Thank you so much, and have a prosperous day.